Dream League Soccer 2025 has come a long way, but there's still room for improvement. Features that could truly transform this game forever. Let's start with career mode. Right now, the progression feels a little sterile. Most players have already completed everything the game has to offer and end up restarting, doing the exact same thing all over again. That gets repetitive very fast, I'm not gonna lie to you. What we need is a more dynamic career mode with fresh features. Imagine having a coaching career mode where you take on the role of being a manager, handling transfers, training plans, and tactics in depth. Or even better, a player career mode where you create a player and guide them from their first club to becoming a legend. I know it's a lot to ask from first touch games, but this could revolutionize the DLS experience. It's time for a shake up and we need them to hear us loud and clear because, to be honest, career mode really has to have some massive improvements. Next up, let's talk about the facilities in DLS 25. Honestly, they've been the same since DLS 20. The only noticeable change is the accommodation level. Sure, they have increased it, but at what cost? Literally, the upgrades keep getting pricier, and not everyone has the time to grind endlessly to just collect gems needed. The higher the upgrade, the more impossible it is for the average player to at least grind, because it's impossible for us to keep grinding career mode and try to get as many gems just to upgrade our accommodation, unless you can actually afford to buy gems in the store. That is if you have money, but many of people out there who play DLS just play to just have experience, because most of us don't actually have jobs. We don't earn money just to buy these stadiums, making it very useless in my own opinion. And then there is the stadiums. In the trailer we all saw those new stadium designs and we got so hyped. But there is a catch. They've locked them behind a paywall. That means if you want those new stadiums, you will need to spend real money. Let's be honest, that's just not fair for players who just, normally just grind the game and don't actually use real money. That's so unfair. Here's my take. Replace the paywall with a gem system. Let players grind for those stadiums. It will make the stadium, the experience more rewarding and fun. When you work for something in game and earn it, it feels worth it. Locking stadiums behind real money just takes away the fun and makes the game feel less accessible. This simple change could go a long way in making DLS 25 better for everyone, all the players who love grinding. Now let's talk about customization, an area where DLS 25 could really level up. Let's focus on player customization. Imagine having the ability to give your players long socks or short socks based on your own preference, just not because the game automatically assigns them based on real life football. It's about giving players ownership over their squad. This small feature could make a big difference, making your team feel unique and special. Customization is the key to creating a deeper connection with the game. When players can personalize their squad, it makes career mode even more engaging. And honestly, first touch games did a really great job with the new NPCs and realistic dummy designs. Even the managers got a nice upgrade, which is great, but something still feels missing. Players should be able to tweak appearances, adding more cool dynamic features just like what FC Mobile is doing. With these upgrades, DLS can compete with the top football games out there. Let's talk about DLS Live. It's a place where you face off against players from around the world, and while the events in DLS Live are a great way to boost your career mode progression, there is one big issue. They have become so predictable. The events remain constant, and after a while it feels repetitive. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's my suggestion. Why not add a penalty shootout event? Imagine the thrill of deciding matches through penalties, just like in eFootball 25. It's quick, intense, and highly competitive. Plus, unique challenges like this will add variety to DLS Live, making it feel fresh. Awards also play a big part. If these events offer massive awards, they would encourage players to log in daily, grinding not just for progression but for the pure enjoyment of challenge. Adding something like penalty shootout events or other creative formats would inject new life into DLS Live and make it much more engaging for everyone. Now let's talk about the price ladder that was recently introduced in DLS 25. Essentially, it's like the season pass but with its own twist. You earn something called DP or Dream Points to keep progressing and unlocking awards. And honestly, the awards are great, but I feel like they could go even crazier. Imagine if every time you progress with Dream Points, you could unlock something big like 500 gems. I know it's too much to ask, but it will be motivating players to grind and truly make the season pass worth their time. Another exciting addition is the introduction of classic players, essentially basically icons. We're talking about legends like Shuker, Batistuta, Bergkamp, and Petit. Some of the best from 1998 World Cup. While these are great, I feel like there's room for more. Think about it, players like R9 Ronaldo, Zidane, or even Roberto Carlos, adding these icons of that caliber will take this game to a whole new level of excitement and engagement. The issue is we don't have the variety right now. Waiting for 86 days for another batch of classic players feels like forever. Players want a wider range of icons available more frequently to keep things fresh and exciting. Don't get me wrong, these current icons are actually amazing. If you've seen my previous video, you know that they're unstoppable even without upgrades. But to make the price ladder truly shine, more variety and bigger rewards are essential. That's how you make the grind worth it, to be honest. Lastly, let's talk about the players and the atmosphere in stadium. DLS have made some slight improvements in the intro, gameplay, and even bringing back weather effects like snow and rain. But there's an issue. The rain doesn't feel real. The pitch looks the same as it does on a sunny day. I'm not gonna lie, that's my honest opinion. And there is no sense of a wet or slippery surface. While the snow does look a bit more realistic, it's still not enough. If First Touch Games can upgrade these weather effects to ensure more realism, like wet and reflective pitches, it would elevate the experience to be so much more, like just more realism, you know what I mean, guys? Now about the players, we need more action and emotion on the field. Imagine players actually showing frustration, anger, or joy during, the gameplay. It would add a whole new layer of what actually happens in real life when players are showing frustration. Like, think about it. There's even that fighting scene teased in the trailer, but honestly, has anyone actually seen it in the game? Maybe it's hidden in career mode, but it's so rare that it might as well not exist. Maybe it was just meant for the animation of the trailer, because we completely don't see it in the game, not gonna lie to you. But comment down below if you've actually seen it. And then there's the players' faces, adding more realism to the facial expressions like anger during a foul or disappointment after a missed goal will completely change the way we connect with the game. Dynamic player interactions like this could transform DLS into something more engaging, not gonna lie, to be fair. First Stage Games, if you are listening, these changes will make DLS 25 unforgettable. That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. We are aiming for 10,000 subscribers this year, and with your help, we can make it happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.